أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Today I'm going to present my paper, Does Forensic Accounting Aid in Fraud Detection? I'm very thankful to the University of Central Punjab for accepting my paper for this conference, ICIBM 2023. There are lots of problems worldwide regarding the fraud in the accounts, and there are number of cases in different time period which are reported regarding the frauds all over the world, whether it is a developed country or underdeveloped country. We have such problems, and due to the fraud, numbers of companies had to shut down their operations, and that is why this is a very big problem for the companies, because when the fraud is being uh, you can say when someone is doing fraud in the accounting, it is not detected, and when it is detected, uh, it then the financial position of the company is worse at that time, and then the company uh, have to close down or shut down its operations. That is why the early detection of the fraud is a very necessary thing, and that is why this uh, study is conducted. So the main objective of the uh, of this study is to identify the impact of forensic accounting on the fraud detection. And the scope of this study is the private sector of Pakistan. So the first, by testing the impact of forensic investigation on fraud detection. Second, by testing the impact of forensic litigation on fraud detection. And the third one is by testing the impact of forensic accountant investigation tenure on fraud detection. To answer the questions like what is the impact of forensic investigation on fraud detection? Uh, Second is how does forensic litigation affect on fraud detection? And how does forensic accountant investigation tenure the uh, fraud detection? And of course, this study focuses on forensic accounting, and this will help the researchers and accounting professionals to contribute in the efforts of the forensic accounting to minimize the risk of fraud in different organizations. So that is why this study is being conducted. We have already discussed background objectives, research questions, and the significance. Now, the literature uh, part. Actually, uh, I have mentioned different occasions when, or different studies which reported the various occasions of the such activities. Uh, we can say that in the past decades, there are many uh, such occasions or such um, cases in which the companies have collapsed due to the result of fraud and financial crimes. And obviously, the financial fraud activities plays vital role in declining organizational performances. Bankruptcy uh, uh, is due to the such activities regarding the fraud, and this forensic accounting reports uh, help in investigation in the fraud activities within the organization. And as far as the Pakistan is concerned, the rank of Pakistan is 140th in the corruption perception index out of 180. So this is a very big problem for Pakistan to uh, keep the organizations free from the fraud. That is why it is very necessary for Pakistan and the Pakistanis organization to think about the early detection of the fraud. And there are lots of studies in the literature which uh, tested, or you can say studied about the forensic accounting impact on the fraud detection. And I have mentioned few literature here, but uh, I will move to my hypothesis as I am running out of time. So I have, so there, as I told you that there are a number of literature in the uh, all over the world, but Pakistan needs uh, uh, such study which studies the different variables of forensic accounting to detect the fraud, and because not lot of work is done in the context of Pakistan. So the main gap is uh, to the main gap that is observed is that existing as accounting system does not timely detect the fraudulent activities in Pakistan. So that is why we are conducting this research. So my hypothesis one is the forensic investigation has a significant impact on fraud detection on private sector of Pakistan. Uh, the second is the forensic litigation has a significant impact on fraud detection on private sector of Pakistan. And the third one is the forensic accountant investigation tenure has a significant impact on fraud detection on private sector of Pakistan. So the conceptual framework is, as we can see on the screen, that forensic investigation is and forensic litigation and forensic accountant investigation tenure. We are checking its relationship with the fraud detection. This obviously fraud detection is our dependent variable, and forensic investigation, forensic litigation, and forensic accounting investigation tenure is our independent variables. So as far as the methodology is concerned, this is empirical study based on the primary data. Our population is the private sector employees who are professional accountants or the related field. Convenience sampling technique is used. We have floated 400 questionnaires, but we got response from 317 respondents. The questionnaire is adapted from Level et al. 2020. There are 10 items in the questionnaire. So the results, the validity, our Cronbach alpha is 0.848, which is quite good. So it's mean that our uh, uh, instrument is valid. So the hypothesis one, there is no significant impact of forensic investigation on fraud detection. So the coefficient of the beta is 0.357, and this uh, as the significance value is less than 0.05. The second hypothesis is the relationship of the forensic litigation on fraud detection, and this the p-value is again equal to 0.05, and the coefficient beta is negative 0.104, and the third hypothesis is also accepted. uh, with the coefficient beta of 0.322, and uh, Then let's move to the conclusion. The forensic accounting as a device for the fraud detection has a significant impact in private sector of Pakistan. We have concluded from our hypothesis testing that the forensic accounting ha has a significant impact on the fraud detection, and there is a positive association in the forensic investigation and fraud detection. It's mean that if the forensic investigation practices increases, this will lead to increase in fraud detection. And also there is a significant association among forensic litigation and fraud detection, which means that uh, with the increase of forensic litigation practices, it will lead to the increase in fraud detection. And the last one is there is also an important association between accountant investigation tenure and fraud detection that explains that investigation increase in forensic accounting investigation tenure will increase the fraud detection activities. And so it's mean that if we focus on a forensic investigation and forensic litigation and the forensic accountant investigation tenure, so it will help us in early detection of the fraud. And that's all from myself. Sorry for this very small font of the references because I tried to uh, uh, incorporate all the references in this slide. So that's all from my side. I hope you have understood. So now I open the floor for the questions. Thank you very much.